As we stand here today, Palestinians in Gaza are being indiscriminately bombed. They're being starved to death. They're dying of dehydration. Babies are dying because they don't have formula and medication. The most basic things to survive. And Israel, is it a war tactic to starve them to death, to bomb them to death. They are dying in the hundreds every single day. And make no mistake, our government is funding this death. Our government is openly and proudly supporting this war machine. No one is spared. No one is spared by Israel's bombs. Not doctors and medics, not NICU babies. No one is spared. Not journalists who are unable to report on what is happening because they are being killed off one by one after the other. They bomb the records with the names of Palestinians killed so that we can't read every name, so we can't remember every single life, every single future that Israel has taken from us. This would not be possible without the U.S. support. Our government has the power to put an end to this genocide, and instead it's choosing to actively support it on every level. Our federal government, our state government, and certainly our city government, which is why we're here today. Any representative who still refuses to call for a ceasefire, to call for an end to genocide, do you understand what that means? Do you understand that you are waist deep in Palestinian blood? Do you comprehend the fact that babies are being starved to death? Babies are being starved to death, and that is on you. That is on every single representative who still chooses to be silent. Do you understand that your silence is complicity in genocide? Genocide! It's a genocide. And that's on you. We've heard city council members say, well, what does this have to do with us here in New York? Isn't our purpose to focus on New Yorkers? What a shame that that's your response to being told, stop supporting a genocide. We are New Yorkers here. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers coming out every day, every week, from the elementary school kids to the high schoolers, to the college students, to the workers, the immigrants, the new refugees in this city, and they're all saying, cease fire now, because it's a basic demand. It's the lowest demand. You shouldn't need phone calls and emails to remind you that you should oppose a genocide. You should oppose ethnic cleansing because it's ethnic cleansing. Right. You shouldn't need a single phone call to your office to tell you to stand against mass murder.
That's right. That's right.
What we do here today matters. What our city council does matters. It has reverberations across the country and frankly across the world. This is one of the wealthiest cities in the world, and every year our city, our state sends hundreds of thousands of dollars, subsidized tax dollars, to support the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. Our city council has a responsibility to speak out. It's not just a moral or ethical stance or obligation. It's a choice to do what's in the best interest of millions of New Yorkers, of working class New Yorkers, of immigrant New Yorkers, of refugee New Yorkers. Ceasefire is the bare minimum. What you say behind closed doors doesn't matter. You have to be loud and outspoken. You took public office to represent people. You took public office to assume the responsibility to speak out against injustice, not to be paid to be silent. If you can't utter the word ceasefire in the face of 30,000 Palestinians murdered, if you can't utter the word ceasefire in the face of NICU babies rotting in their beds because of Israel's war machine, then I ask you, where is your humanity? Has Israel robbed you of that too? Wake up. Wake up and look at the face of every single Palestinian murdered, of every single life and future that has been robbed by Israel's war machine. Look at them and let that penetrate your soul, because your continued silence, your continued complicity will haunt you. It will haunt you for the rest of your life. It's high time that people who purportedly represent us as New Yorkers take a stance against genocide. And that's why we're here, to say ceasefire now, and not temporary. Permanent ceasefire now.
Yeah!